Hosting for the Dice Tower is generously provided by Cool Stuff Inc. Cool stuff in stock at coolstuffinc.com. Thanks for your support.
The Dice Tower, episode 479.
Live. What's that? Sorry. Live from Essen 2016.
Willkommen beim Dice Tower. A podcast about board games and card games, but especially all these people who play them. On today's show, we are live in Essen for Spiel 2016. We'll chat with some special guests, take questions from the audience, and even play a game on stage. I'm Eric Summerer, and here's your host, the Charlie to our Angels, Tom Vassell.
We should do the show live more often. Usually he'll say that, and then I have to sit there and think what he's talking about. So we're going to do our show in three parts today. We're going to first talk about some of the games that we saw here, and we have brought with us some people to talk about them. And then we have other contributors that will ask. And then we'll go to a short game show, and then we'll do Q&A. And you will hopefully still be awake at the end. But I'd like to introduce the two other people from the Dice Tower video channel. We have Z Garcia and Sam Healy. Hello. This button is going to get rid of it. All right, Sam. Oh my goodness. What? Oh, child. Sam, tell us about a game you played.
All right, so they asked me to come up with one game that I've played, and I said, well, that doesn't sound like very much fun, so I'm going to talk about two games. I'm going to talk about... Oh, that works. Yeah. That works both ways. Okay, so I'll go fast. The one that I was not expecting to be here, and when I saw that it was, I was like, woo, 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 and I ran. Well, I walked fast, I don't run, unless I'm chased. And then you have to be bigger than I am, but I just don't run. Anyway, I went over straightway to Games Workshop's booth and demoed Blood Bowl, the new version that's coming out, the replacement, so to speak, the re-enhancement, I guess, and it is really fun. Models are really nice, and the gameplay is very, very fun. I had a great time doing it. The other one that didn't, I just want to make sure you didn't cut me off. The other one that I didn't even, wasn't even on my radar. They just happened to be close to our booth, and that's called Guards of Atlantis. It's a really quick, about an hour, with 4 to 6 players. So you can actually play with other, but I played with 4, where you have 2 guys against 2 guys, and it's a MOBA style game where you're playing a hero, and there are minions out there, and they don't really do too much except help you gain more defense. It's really all about your heroes, and when you destroy the other team's minions, you get points that you can use to upgrade your hero and make them more powerful and do other crazy, wicked, really cool things. And it just had a great time. It was not on my radar at all, but that has been a star for me. So there's my one game.
Eric?
I got to play a few nice demos that have been a lot of fun, and we picked up a couple of games we've been playing at night. Probably the one that has stood out for me was Dreamhome, which is from Rebel PL. It's a family-style sort of drafting game. You're building a house. And so you've got a mat with a house that's sort of the template, and then you're trying to get family rooms and living rooms and bedrooms and bathrooms to fill your your house. And you do this by drafting cards. There's like an array in the center, and the cards are paired. There will be a room, and then some sort of bonus card, maybe a roof, or a cat tower, or a tree house, or something like that. And the start player picks a pair of cards. I want these two. And then the start player takes two of those away, another pair of cards. So they look around the table and say, you need that, you're not getting that. So there's a lot of fighting over start player, which is interesting, a little more complicated than your standard family fare, but not bad. And so it was fun. The illustrations are really cute. The tiebreaker is how many kids can you find in the various rooms. It was a good time. That's called Dreamhome from Rebel PL. I liked it.
Is it my turn? Ooh, that's loud. Okay. There was one game I definitely wanted to get played, and I did, and that is Pandemic Iberia, because I'm that obvious.
Shocking!
And I, like Sam, ran over there, then stopped, did a breathing treatment, ran again. So we played this, actually, Eric and Sam played that as well, and I was just interested in what they had done with Pandemic. Now this is, I would say, a little bit closer to Pandemic than Pandemic Cthulhu. It's a little bit more like the original, and the twists are pretty interesting. Now again, this is based on one place, so I'm not sure where it's going to end up falling for me, but I like the transportation logistics in the game are a whole different thing, because you don't have the ability to fly, so you have ports. There are some ports, and those are going to cost you a card to go from one to another, so that's fine. But then walking or taking a train around the board is very slow, unless you waste actions, technically you're wasting them, to build the train, the tracks to move more efficiently later on in the game. And that was really clever. I like that a lot. And we sort of ignored it at first a little bit, and definitely realized, okay, we need to start doing this, because these things are starting to show up too far apart from one another, and we can't really get there efficiently. So I like that very much. The concept also of regions is a big part of the game, and what they mean by that is a region is the area between cities cut off by the lines that go from one city to the next. And so that region is just the sort of the negative space, if you would, of the board. And there are characters that will put tokens into that region that help you, win the game. There are characters that can treat all the cities around the region as areas they can get to and affect. It's a really cool game. I liked it a lot. When we started playing, I was a little bit worried that it was kind of easy, actually, and we lost. So that is very good for me. I like that. I like that it's got that sneaky sense. It wasn't obvious, and I want to explore it a lot more, and I know I will. So that is Pandemic Iberia.
Now, a question for you. All three played it, right?
Yeah.
Where do you put this in comparison to Pandemic and Pandemic Cthulhu? Anyone?
Never gets old, does it?
For those of you listening at home that have no idea what's going on, only one of these mics is active at any one moment. So these yahoos are playing buzzer tag.
Yes.
Just so you know.
So anyway, I like historical games, and this is heavily based in with historical flavor. You can't actually cure the diseases, you can only have research to them. And I think that's an interesting little twist. And there's other little sprinkles of history throughout this one, so that's one of the things that I really pulled out of it. I like it probably, I won't say that I would like it better than original Pandemic, but I think I like it as much as regular Pandemic, and I definitely like it better than Pandemic Cthulhu.
I think I'd probably rank this Iberia above Cthulhu. I like Cthulhu. I think it's an interesting variant on the whole system, but the randomness I might not always be in the mood for with the various elder god effects that come into play. And so I think I see more of Pandemic in Pandemic Iberia, and it's a little more comforting, and it feels like a neat variant of that system. Whereas Cthulhu is like, yeah, this is Pandemic, but there's some crazy stuff going on here, and it feels a little more different. So I'd put, Pandemic, and then Iberia, and then Cthulhu.
I think for me, the fact that, like you said, they are so close, Pandemic Iberia and Pandemic, regular Pandemic, means that I like Cthulhu a little bit better because it was more interesting. It was newer when it came out. It was a sidestep from Pandemic in a new direction versus this has new mechanisms, but the Pandemic trappings are very, very obvious. They're apparent, and that's okay. I love Pandemic, but it's either one or the other, not both, the same night, and I might play Pandemic and then Pandemic Cthulhu the same night. That's what I mean.
All right, well, thank you, Sam and Z, for coming on the show. They'll be back later on. All right, well, what we're going to do now is quickly, we're going to have a few of our contributors and friends up here, and they're going to talk also about games that they played quickly. So we're going to start with Barry and Andre. Come on down or up.
This is a selfie. Camera. This is a phone. I've lost it. Phones for phonies.
So we're going to start with Andre because of that. Tell us about a game that you've enjoyed here. You got to press the button.
Yay. So, I have a cheat. I haven't actually played a game I want to play. But one game I really liked was Swordslands. It's a really futuristic, what's it called? The world has died from nuclear wars, and you have a mix of Mad Max there as well. And what you do is you waste your energy in searching for stuff, and you kind of feed off each other by finding items and being forced to use them, spending your precious energy. And afterwards, you have to try to find, a safe spot, for there are these raiders coming from the outskirts and want to kill you and maybe eat you. So you want to find a safe spot where there is clean water and, safety is where you can build a shelter and defend yourself from these raiders, which looks really interesting. It has almost the best artwork I've seen, except for Scythe. Is it long now? Yeah. But that was Swordslands. Really interesting.
All right, Barry.
Ground control to Major Tom.
That's the Gen Con show.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to do a bit of plugging for my friend Philip Tappy Mockett. I've been playing his prototype at Morning Players. It was called Même pas peur, which means I'm not scared. But now it's called I Can. And it places one player as kind of like a dungeon master. You can create a dungeon with tiles, and you place a dragon in one tile, and you place a sword in another, and then you have a princess and a key to her sail. And then you show this to the other player, and they have like 30 seconds to look at this map and memorize it, and then the screen goes up. And then they know where their hero starts, and they have to start saying, well, I'm going to go straight ahead. And the dungeon master will say, yeah, that's good. And they say, I'm going to turn left. Oh, that's good. And then they say, oh, I'll go straight ahead again. And they go, bang! Oh, that's a wall. You lose a life point. And it's this memory game where it's just really intriguing. You've got to memorize everything and then pick up the key to unlock the princess and then get the sword to get the dragon and kill it and then get out the dungeon, and it's like, woo! And you're not excited about this, are you? Okay, I played Baby Blues.
Well, you're done then. All right. Well, thank you, Barry and Andre, for coming on the show. Okay. At this point, we're going to have Mike. Mike, if you could come down with the hat, and Luke, if you'd come on up. And while they're coming up, this room we have to pay for to come here, and we're poor. So we went to the richest publisher we knew, and Hasbro said no. So we just kept going, and eventually we got to Yellow, and so we want to thank Yellow. Stefan, if you would stand up, thanks to them for bringing us this room. All right, Mike, we'll start with you. What have you seen here that interests you?
Thanks, Tom. Well, we played last night. I need to push it again. All right. Well, last night I had a chance to play Key to the City London, which is sort of the next generation version, if you will, of Keyflower, which is one of my favorite Euro games. If you've never played Keyflower, the neat thing about it, or Key to the City London, is that it's very interactive in that you are bidding on tiles, the same tiles that would be used to build your area of the city and take actions, resources, sort of build things. But you're bidding on them using various colored meeples, and so it's very interactive. The thing about Key to the City London that I liked, it's a little bit more streamlined in that you don't have to ship resources around the board and find a way to do that. You're able to sort of use these connectors between the areas of your city as resources themselves. So it's a little bit more streamlined, maybe a little bit better entry point for someone who isn't as familiar with these types of games. But we had a good time, so it was good.
All right, Luke?
Yes. You hit again.
The British accent's broken it. For me, anybody who's kept track of me knows I like all the games with a lot of themes. So Ares Games have put out recently last Friday. I got to try out yesterday. If you want to know sort of what that is, it's kind of like Letters from Whitechapel, but add a theme to it. Except the theme is the cliche horror slashers, you think, like Friday the 13th, Halloween, that kind of thing. And you've got your a group of players who will play the campers. This is very much the whole the first Jason film scenario. A load of campers in the woods, and you've got one maniac. He's the one with the hidden screen doing the hidden movement side. And it's played over 4 chapters. And each one, the gameplay feels very different because to start with, the maniac is out hunting all the campers. They're all trying to grasp keys from various places to try and get in the cabins and stay safe, and the maniac's trying to cut them all down, for families. And then once that chapter ends, whether he's killed a load or he managed to get safe, it then turns on its head and the campers are trying to take out the maniac. So it becomes a bit like the original Letters from Whitechapel. And in the 2 chapters after that, it changes ever so slightly again. I think you get, we only played half the game in the time, but I believe afterwards you get like a chosen one, like the hero of the story, and the maniac's trying to get them, and the others are trying to keep him safe. So this is all done on the same map, a la Letters from Whitechapel style. It's full of numbers, and you've got the hidden movement side. But the theme just comes out a lot more strongly in this compared to the others. It's not as complex as something like Fury of Dracula, which is probably the upper echelon of this genre, but if you just want the theme, and everybody here's seen a slasher film at some point, so all the cliches are there, the characters and their backstories, the fact that the maniac's chasing after them and all that. So as a thematic in a movement game, it was pretty solid. Bought it as soon as I tried it.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thanks for coming on down. Now, if you thought it was too quiet up here, we're about to change that. So we invite lots of people on the show, so we're now going to bring up Jason Levine and Richard Ham, also known as Rado.
He's texting?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Richard, I cut you off. I didn't mean to, but you can go. Jason's taking his sweet time.
Well, if I do this, no one else can talk. We're all doomed. We're all doomed, everybody.
Go ahead.
Oh, me?
No, you not anymore.
Just hit it once.
This is a family-friendly show, so I will restrain what I was about to say.
Oh, you.
Stop it, or you're off.
Everyone's got to play with the toys. Just push it once. One time, and then it works. Which one?
Hi, everybody. It's actually interesting to me that everybody who's come up and talked so far, I don't know where you're finding time to actually play games. Are you at a different convention than me? This is insane, this place. There's standing room only. It's very, very tough to get a spot. But while I haven't played games, I have actually sat down and talked to people and seen, and there's a few games. Am I a little too loud, by the way?
No, just up here, that's all.
No, okay, yeah, it's crazy loud up here. So there's a couple that I think are really, really interesting. First one is Ulm, U-L-M, Ulm. It's a kind of standard Euro city building game, but I'm really excited about it. The first time I started seeing it, at the center of the board there is a grid of tiles that represent little actions. And on my turn, I've got my own little action tile. It might be build or destroy or make money or whatever. I take that, and on the little, I think it was a 3x3 grid, I take it, I slide it in somewhere, which slides another tile out, and then I get to do every action that was on that row or on that column. The one I just put in and the other ones that were there. And of course, all those other ones have been put there by my opponents. So it's a very, very cool game. It is simple, elegant, and I cannot wait to get home and play it because there's no time to play here. I'm not done yet, Tom. Alrighty, next up, I'm really stoked, and I didn't expect to be excited about this game going in. Didn't even make my top 65 games that I was coming in here, is a little war game, of all things, called Phalanx from, Iron something or other game?
Iron Games.
Iron Games, yes. Now, if you've ever watched my show, if you know me, I'm the ultimate Care Bear. I'm the furthest thing from wanting to fight and steal and take and destroy. And this game is an area control game where we're moving our little army units across the board. But what drives it is this very, very cool dice system where I roll some dice, that gives me money, and it also defines what the parameters are of actions I can do. So it sets me up for, this is the type of army I've got right now. Then I roll other dice, and I compare them to the first dice I've done. And what's happening is I can use these dice to move around, I can use these dice to buy new action cards to give me more powers, or I can see, oh, those are the dice you rolled, sir, right there in the first row. I'm going to actually take your die and put it in my place because I need this particular combination of dice. So it's almost like a dice programming game, which is not something I've seen before. I've seen, programming games where you're playing cards and using them to define what you're going to be able to do. This time you're doing it with dice. And then it was a war game as well, which was interesting to me because I hate war. But in this game, the war it's very tit for tat. Oh, Eric, yeah, I'll take your city now. And on your turn, you'll just take it right back. I only needed it for a second. Thanks, Eric. And then you get it back, and it's almost kind of like it's a thing in the library, and you checked it out, now I'll check it out, and then you can check it out. So we can get that kind of back and forth and moving our army around without, I will destroy you, which I'm very excited. And now, the last one, I almost think I shouldn't mention it, but this is not for folks listening at home. This is for everybody in the room. Lookout Games is putting out an expansion to Oh My Goods, which was the worst title ever, also previously known as Royal Goods, and it's called, I wrote it down because it's Auf Deutsch, wake up Android, it's Oh My Goods, Longsdale in Aufruhr, which is riots in Longsdale. Here's the thing, Oh My Goods is a nice, quick little push your luck engine building game. Riots in Longsdale adds a story-driven campaign with branching storylines. It adds the kind of stuff you think of in Descent or Mice and Mystics. This big epic story, but you play through it in multiple sessions of an engine building game, a simple little push your luck game. And that's something I want to see so desperately in Euros. I'm so jealous of Thrash fans who get that kind of experience, and as a Euro guy myself, I don't get to see it. So I mention this because it's only for sale here. If that's at all interesting to you, if you don't get it now, sorry folks, it's gone for the rest of the world. So I just thought everybody in the room would like to know about that, and I'm done. Thank you everybody for your patience. I would keep going, but I will stop now. Please, somebody cut my mic.
I'm sorry, Jason, you have no time left.
Okay, let me lower this mic a little for my height. So, I don't know how to top that. I don't have that much to talk about.
Talk about a fun game.
Okay, I actually do have a fun game, but
oh snap.
I played every game Ryder played and they're all fun. I agree with him on this. No, seriously though, I think I played Pandemic Iberia last night. Eric, you guys didn't tell the story. No, Eric, tell the story quickly.
The story that you keep falling asleep as we get ready to play a game?
Basically, yes. but somehow I woke up every time it was my turn, right?
Talk about your game!
No, actually, you played Power Grid, the card game. Fell asleep throughout the entire introduction and the rules, and somehow came in second.
It just shows what kind of gamer Sam and Z were to come in third and fourth. Good job, Eric. So I did play a really good game here by Grana. Have you guys been to the booth yet? No one has. It's called Spaghetti. Now this game's amazing. I usually would pick a heavy game here, but Food Chain Magnet came out last year, so instead we're going to talk about spaghetti. This literally has string, and the string is like spaghetti. There's 4 different color string, and they're all different lengths, and you literally mix up the string, and you throw these rubber balls that are meatballs on top of it, and the whole goal of the game is to pull the spaghetti out without letting anything fall off the plate. It is just a fabulous dexterity game.
All right. All right, well, thank you both for coming on and talking about some games.
All right. Is this on? Do I need to turn this on? Yeah. All right. We're now going to do a game show. Jason, I'm going to need you to sit over by the prize area here. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to do a game show where you can get involved. Now, the way we're going to do that is I'll pull a ticket out and I'll call your number and you have a chance to come up and win a prize. Now, if you don't want to come up when I call your number, don't say anything. Okay, that's easy. You might not want to come up, but we're going to make it easy. We're going to play a game that's similar to Family Feud, but you won't be up here alone. We're going to have 4 people on each team. So it's going to be good versus evil. So we'll start with the good team, okay? So over here we have Stefan from yellow. We have Barry Dublé and Z Garcia. You guys can sit on that side. Sit down. Don't waste my time. All right, now for the team of evil, we have Andre. Sorry about that. And we have Samuel Healy. And there was another.
The most evil of all evilists.
Oh, yes. Mr. Stephen Bonacore. Sit down. All right, so you guys are on this side. So we're going to call up one person to join each team. So here's how each of these is going to work. In a moment, I'm going to shut up and hand a microphone to Eric, which you will like. But we're going to call out numbers, and then Eric's going to ask a question. Now, what I did was I put a poll up on the internet of different questions. Did anyone actually answer that poll? Oh, so you know some of the answers. Okay, great. But I asked people questions, and then people answered those questions, and you are going to try to guess an answer that people said. If you guess that answer, let's say I say, what is the best food ever made? And you said tacos. And 30 people said tacos, you will get 30 points. There's a couple things. First of all, There are no right or wrong answers. The internet made these answers. A lot of them are Americans, so just keep that in mind.
A lot of them
So
are American.
I'm not saying these answers are right. I'm just saying they're what people said. Secondly, if you pick the answer that got the most votes, your points go to the other team. All right? Oh.
Just for that one question, right?
Just for that one question. All right, so you have to be very cautious. You want to pick the one that has the second most. And so we're going to go down each person on each team. We'll go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, back and forth. And then we'll go back twice down each one, or if we get all the answers correct, whichever one happens first. So I'm going to pass this to Eric, and Sam's going to call out the number for his team, and then the one for Z's team.
Okay, let's not take too long.
I got it. 394-077.
All right, come on.
All right, come on up, yeah! And for the next member of the losing team, 394-339. All right, congratulations.
It kind of took him a little bit to figure out the number. I'm a
Guests
little worried.
first or the middle first?
You know?
Yes, we'll go first, and then we'll go down the line.
All right. So, your first question is, what board game do you think will be the biggest hit from Essen Spiel 2016? We're going to begin with teams... No, I can't say it. I can't say it because this is sponsored by Yellow and we can't say
That's fine.
I can't. Team Evil.
It's okay, you can say it, the S word.
What is your name, sir?
Darkos.
Darkos? What is your answer to the question, what board game do you think will be the biggest hit from Essen Spiel 2016?
Oceanos.
Survey says...
Right on.
It didn't make our top 12.
Oh, I'm out, okay.
This game is rigged. Come on.
And you, sir?
Terraforming Mars.
Of course. You don't want to be first.
Survey says... Number one answer. Which is like a double blessing for Team Strong. It had 85 votes. All right, so number one answer is off the board. Sam Healy, what do you say?
Let's see. Oh yeah, push button, sorry. Number one game from Essen Spiel. Good night. I don't know. Let's go with Cry Havoc.
Cry Havoc is the number three answer with 33 votes. Barry.
He picked my sausage, he did. Cry Havoc. I'm gonna say, hello Stephen, Dragon and Flagon.
Be serious.
The things you do for love.
Andre.
Ooh, so? Yeah. Number one game. I haven't made it yet. But the other Martian game, the Operation Mars, it's called?
Operation
Mars.
That's a sound that it made.
Is that the one where you use little tweezers? Operation? No, that's not it.
Z. Garcia.
I'm going to say Adrenaline.
Number four answer, 39 points. Except somehow that's lower than the number three answer, which was 33 points. Mr. Bonacore.
Well, it must be
Great Western Trail. Come on.
Mister.
Number 7 answer, 27 points. Stefan.
How about Codename Pictures?
Give it to him.
Number 8 answer, 27 points. Are we doing it again?
We'll get the guests each one extra one.
All right, the guests get one more try.
Yes.
Your name again?
Darryl Coles.
You said that very well. What is your answer for the top game of Essen Spiel 2016?
Go for it. Innis.
Number 5 answer, 31 points. That does mean the number 2 answer is still on the board, if you can name it.
Captain Sonar.
The number 1 answer.
Give the missing answers.
All right, number 2 was A Feast for Odin with 55. Pandemic Iberia was number 6. Side was number 9. I Don't Know was number 10. Seafall was number 11, and The Oracle of Delphi number 12. All right, we're going to start.
Oh, give him his points.
Okay, so after round 1, Team Yellow Games, 66 points, and Team the company that shall not be named because this watch show is sponsored by Yellow Games.
Team Evil. Just say Team Evil.
176 points.
These games are from Yellow. So whichever team got the most points, they get to choose first, and then second choice goes to the other guest. So we need 2 new players.
Okay. Anytime you want. Of what's there. Good.
Okay, sorry. All right, is this for my team?
Yes.
All right, to join the winning team, number 394400.
All right, now we got.
There we go.
You have to push it again.
Mic is off.
And for the losers, 394168. You don't want to come up here.
I know we're losing right now, but if you come up and help us, we can come back.
All right.
The scores reset each question, right?
They do.
Yeah. Second draft. They better not. Second draft. 394032.
There we go.
All right. There we go.
All right, we will start with Team Good on this side. The question is, who is the most overrated superhero? Who is the most overrated superhero? Your name, sir.
Chris. Captain America.
You joined the right team, pal.
Captain America is the number 6 answer with 38 points. And your name?
Beata.
Hello, Beata. Your answer, most overrated superhero.
Most overrated superhero. Wow, that's a tough one. I would go for actually Superman.
Interesting choice.
A couple people agree with that, apparently. Superman is the number 1 answer, however. 274.
Winning team! Over here now.
Barry.
I'm thinking of Eric that lives at 42 Acacia Road who transforms into... No, I'm not going to say Banana Man. I'm going to say The Punisher, because there's never been a decent Punisher film.
You might want to talk to us before you make your choices.
Okay.
Just maybe.
Overrated superhero. I'm gonna go with Batman.
I agree, but it's probably going to be on
The Batman is number 2 with 165. Z Garcia.
I think I'm going to go the way these things are falling with Iron Man as my answer.
Iron Man is number 7 with 37 votes.
Yeah. Stephen Barnacore. No, just kidding. I'm gonna go with Spider-Man.
Number 5, 49.
Wow, that's good.
Stefan.
Well, Sam took my answer, so I'm gonna fall back on Daredevil.
Daredevil. Yeah. Daredevil.
Yeah!
Mr. Bonacore.
Just don't whiff, buddy.
Yeah. Wow.
Say Superman again.
Who's left in that damn movie?
Pokemon.
Who's left in the movies?
Who's left in the movies?
Green Arrow.
Green Arrow. Green Arrow.
Whiff.
One more chance for our guests. Flash. The Flash is number 11 with 9. One last chance, Piotr.
You guys picked all the good ones.
You guys can help her.
Oh, we're allowed to help?
Yeah,
We're allowed to help.
It's a team game.
My rules, do what you want.
Okay, one last.
Alicia Silverstone.
We haven't in the movie.
We're gonna help, create chaos.
That's one we haven't talked about. Okay, they do have a time limit.
I need an answer.
Come up with something.
Sandman.
Black Widow.
Yes.
I think she's good.
She is. That's what he said.
Black Widow. Okay? Apparently.
You fail again!
So, number 3 was Deadpool with 57 votes. Wolverine was number 4. Captain America, we did. Iron Man, we did. Aquaman was number 8.
I should have picked Aquaman.
Green Lantern was number 9. And Thor was number 10.
I'm calling shenanigans. Deadpool is definitely an anti-hero. He is not a superhero.
The fact that someone thought Aquaman was overrated?
Very overrated.
Does anyone like Aquaman?
So, scores for this round, we have Team Big Bad Bonacore here is 214, and then we have Team Yellow Games, 358.
Oceanos.
That's good.
Thank you both.
Which one's our team? Which one do you want for our team?
2 new contestants.
Which one? This one? Yeah, okay. All right, for the soon-to-be winning again team, 394-228. 228.
Yeah!
And for the other team that should not even be on stage with us, 394-402. All right, come on now.
All right, we will begin on this side of the stage. For this question, when hearing about a new game, What game publisher's games do you get most excited about? Remember, this is the internet and not us. Okay. What's your name, sir?
I'm Jerry.
Hi, Jerry. What do you say?
I have to go with Hold Games.
Which games? Oh, Stronghold games.
Sorry.
Just do the buzz already. Do the buzz. The buzz.
Stronghold is the number 10 answer.
Not bad. Okay.
With 28 points. Your name, sir?
Phil.
Hi. What's your answer?
Could you please repeat the question?
When hearing about a new game, what game publisher's games do you get most excited about?
Yellow.
And I hope you're right.
How long did you have to stare at him? How long did you have to stare at him there, Stefan?
This is a head-to-head.
I think this is sort of a very important answer, isn't it? Yellow is also on the list.
As long as I'm before 10, it's good.
In the number 9 position.
I am so happy.
Yellow had 32 votes.
I guess my question is... Dead joke by now, but I guess my question is, how do we get the number 8 company to host this?
I'm so happy that that was ahead of me because I would have really started feeling bad.
Sam, what do you say?
I'm going to go with... what is number 2? I'm going to say... Portal. I'm going to say Portal.
Portal is on the list in the number 6 position with 41 votes. Barry.
Hey, Coach, some advice. Does Looney Labs count as a publisher?
Please pick that.
Okay. I will go with Fantasy Flight.
I did say the right thing.
That is one thing that never happens on Family Feud. No, the audience doesn't go, oh. But the audience knows what's going on because Fantasy Flight is the number 1 answer with 192. Andre?
Yeah. I'm going to go with Czech games.
I just understood the rules of the game.
CGE is on the list at number 7 with 37 votes. You want your own mic or you want mine?
No, sandwiches, take it away.
There you go.
I'm going to say Days of Wonder.
Days of Wonder is number 3 with 72 votes.
I got it.
I think it's good that Stronghold's been guessed already because you have to say somebody else.
How about Plaid Hat Games?
Plaid Hat is on the list in number 4 with 43 points. Stefan?
So I need to find the number 2, huh? Cool Mini or not?
Cool Mini or Not is number 2 with 79. So the best you can do right now is number 5 with your final answer.
Queen Games.
One last answer going for the number 5.
Asmodee.
Wow.
Yeah, that's probably the same thing, isn't it? We have to go with what the internet said. Let's see, number 5 was Z-Man, which is also Asmodee. Stonemaier Games was the number 8. And Red Raven rounding out the list at number 11.
So in this round, Team Evil scored 236 points, and Team Good scored 183 points.
Thank you both.
Can we keep him and send this guy to go sit?
Two new contestants, please, Mr. Healy.
Which one? Okay. All right, here we go. Next person here. 394-341. 394-341. Come on down. And for Team Goody Two Shoes, 394-090. All right, come on down.
All right, we're going to start on this side of the stage. So I can make eye contact with our new contestant. No, don't apologize. We made you run halfway across the auditorium. Name a Spanish word everyone knows. Name a Spanish word everyone knows.
You don't want to be the number one.
Yeah, you're trying to avoid the number 1 answer. Oh, your name once again.
Andy.
Hi.
Hi. Muchachos?
If I don't, that's just
What's
not
your name?
good.
Mikael.
Hello. What's your answer?
Cerveza.
Cerveza.
He's definitely on Bonagor's team.
I misspelled, yes.
Number 7 is Gervesa. with 19 votes. All right, Barry.
Je connais beaucoup de mots en français, mais en espagnol, si je dis piñada.
Ça c'est espagnol.
That's two. That's good.
Sorry, Z.
¿Qué pasa, ese? What are you doing? Come on, bring it. Don't be scared, home. Don't be scared. I can still take this with one word. I can win by myself.
Let's go with adios. Or is that a phrase? That doesn't really count. Is that what? Tell me.
I'm not about to help you. That's
Okay, that's a word. Okay, adios.
Adios is a word, and it is on the list at number 6 with 33 votes. Our resident expert, Mr. Garcia.
I just hope it's not number 1. I'm going to say gracias. I think that's what that sound means. It's number 1, right?
I love this audience. Gracias is on the list at number 4 with 36 votes. Andre.
Yeah, casa.
Casa.
What?
How about taco?
That's
Taco's number
racist.
3
That's racist.
with 43 votes.
It's racist, man.
How about siesta. As in La Granja, no siesta, a new game that we have coming out of the show.
Wait, did Monaco write these questions? That seemed to fit way too well.
Siesta is on the list at number 9 with 15 votes. One more chance for Team Good.
C?
C.
¿Qué cosa?
This is really good.
Hola.
Come to me, right here.
Yeah, Ola's on the list. And it's number 1 with 198 votes.
Okay, so team, we only plug our games, 67, and team, we are cool and sponsor this live show, 277.
And for those of you wanting the answers, the number 2 answer was Uno with 56. Taco was number 3. Gracias, number 4. Amigo, number 5. Adios, number 6. Cerveza, burrito, number 8. And Ole is number 10.
That's good. All right, here we go. For Team Evil, 394259. 394259. All right, come on up. And for Team Stupid, 394129.
You shut up.
394129.
Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah, you got it. All right, come on up.
All right, this will be our final question. Aww. If we had enough time, I think you could all play, but... So we asked, how many people answered this question, Tom?
1,000.
We asked 1,000 people. What size, as in how many games, is the perfect game collection? What size is
Trick
the
question,
perfect...
man. Trick question. Abort. Abort.
What's your name, sir?
Rainer.
Hello. What size is the perfect game collection?
Is this for a normal person or for Jason? I don't know.
I wasn't one of the 1,000.
50.
50 is the number 2 answer. It's 76.
That's my full ticket.
Hello.
We're gonna get the number 1 answer, man. Please do.
What's your name?
Jenny.
Hi, Jenny. What's the perfect size game collection?
250.
You think it's the number 1 answer?
250 is on the list at number 6 with 27 votes. Sam.
Come on, guys.
All right. Yeah, but we don't want
75. 75 is number 8 with 22 votes. Barry.
Okay.
I have a question. Could they write in something, or did they have to click a bubble for the answer?
They could write anything they wanted.
When is it too many games in your collection? It's...
What's the size of a perfect one?
Yeah. What's the size of a perfect collection? The one that fits on all the shelves.
Is that your answer?
No, that's not my answer. Sorry, I'm thinking of IKEA now. I don't know why. IKEA. The one that won't make the wife scream. Freedom and Freeze. 50. I said that, haven't I? Yeah. Oh damn. Dragging this out. Think of a number.
Come on, where's the time
give me a
limit?
number.
Give me a number.
100.
100.
He made me do it.
I never touched your knee.
This has the makings for a great tragedy. You shouldn't have listened to Z. Number one answer is 100 with 178. Now the number one answer is off the board. It's all just cake.
All just cake, and not enough board games. The only correct answer is unlimited.
Z, what other answer do you have for us?
That was a no? That was a no-go?
That was a no. Infinite is no.
I like that answer.
Although some people did say it.
Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna say, what are we missing here? It's not Dalmatians, it's board games.
50.
How about... She goes small, maybe a small.
How big is Tom's collection? 300, 400?
I'm thinking like... What was the small number you said at the beginning? 50?
It was 50, 75.
I would just like to point out you're taking a long time on every single one.
How you
I'm gonna say...
touche.
25.
We're going to go with a nice size collection of 150.
Can we say that out?
Number 4 is 150 with 65 votes.
500's better.
Go big, man. Go big or go home. Like really, go big number. 2017 billion.
300.
300 is number 5 with 51 votes. When we last spoke, you nailed the number 2 answer. We still have number 3 on the board. Can you do it?
Just go for it. Yes. Go with your intuition.
64.
They regret that now.
Guess we should have talked about it a little.
One last answer.
200.
200 is the number 3 answer with 68 votes. Number 5 was 300. Number 6 was 250. Number 7, 500. Number 8 was 75. We said that already. Number 9 was 30. And number 10 was 20.
I said 25. Don't I get both? No.
Rounding.
So, this round was these guys over here, 344. And the guys that we wish were winning, 145.
I'm giving you a choice here. You can take the Z Garcia figure or the Sam Healy figure.
Oh, man. Come on.
No pressure.
None whatsoever, because you are in throat punch distance.
He takes the Sam Healy figure. All right, well, a big round of applause for our audience. Okay, so we're going to see which team did best overall. Is it really that close?
It's really that close. Wow. With 137 points, we have team...
Wait, 100? What?
1,037 points. I missed my own zero. We'll say it, Team Stronghold. And with Team Yellow has 1,029 points.
Well, Stefan, Steve, and Andre, and Barry, thank you very much for coming on today. And then, I'll shout and ask you what it is.
Do we need to move
when we pull from the hat? Okay, we're going to do a few more raffles in just a second, but we're going to do a quick Q&A. So Jason's going to run around with the microphone, and actually both microphones. Actually, yeah, Jason, you hold this one, and they'll hold this one when you do it. All right, and hang on. All right, good enough. Go.
Questions, raise your hands.
So, you guys have been on a lot about the European cube pushers. With the current lineup of games and the games you've seen now here in Spiel, do you think that trend has sort of been broken? Is Europe moving away from the cube pushers?
I don't think it's going away, but it's not dominant anymore. It's where it should be, a subcategory of everything else. And I think part of that is the whole international flavor. We're seeing a ton of different countries here and all different flavors of games. I mean, anything you can think of, really, category-wise, is here. Oh, good, I answered that one so well, thank you, okay.
I'm over on the other side now.
If you have a spiritual animal, what would it be? To get you started, mine is Jason.
That's funny, mine's Jason too.
Definitely a bear.
A monkey.
A rabbit?
Oh wait, that's probably better for me.
Yes, you can have rabbit.
This is going to weird places.
I know.
I'll know. My real answer will be Tom's monkey.
That's me still.
Please stop encouraging him.
Hi guys. So, how much time did it take today to run out of the tickets to the show?
What's that? How long did it take to run out of tickets?
Oh, we didn't run out of tickets until about around 2 in the afternoon, I think. So we did have some people that were like, they showed up, around 10 o'clock. They were huffing it and puffing it. It was good. That was cool. But we had a lot of people there at the beginning. We gave a lot of them out, but we didn't actually physically run out until around 2-ish in the afternoon, yeah.
Back to the middle.
When did you first get into board games?
Who's first?
When I was born. But really, it was around when I was 8 or 9.
Go ahead. I'm doing it. Childhood. 7 or 8 or so. My mom was really into that sort of thing and getting the family together. So as soon as my siblings were old enough to play with us, and we had like a quorum at the Monopoly table, that's when it really started.
I grew up playing with sticks and rocks and dirt, so it wasn't until like high school for me, like early high school. This whole cardboard thing really was a revelation.
I grew up as an only child, so we actually didn't play a whole lot of board games when I was a kid, per se, although I played chess and stuff like that with my grandparents and checkers and that kind of stuff. But probably it wasn't until I started playing role-playing games in high school that I really started getting into what we would consider today as the board gaming hobby. And then it just, meeting this guy, it's pervasive almost, He makes you play games with him. So high school, college.
Far side over here.
Right, guys, what do you see as the most dominant game mechanic at the moment, and what's the one with the biggest unused potential?
Did you say mechanic? Okay.
Game mechanic.
Well, okay. Overused micro games, I think. Not micro games. Social deduction is overused right now. We have enough of them. We can play werewolf, and the other ones, we're done. Stop making them. As for underused, I still don't think there's enough drafting games. That's your answer.
Let's see. Overused, probably some of those, cube pushing games that you guys were talking about over here earlier. I mean, that's very drab, boring for me. Just, who cares? That would be overused. Underused, man. I'm probably going to say, and it seems strange because there's not a whole lot, there's a lot of people doing it now, but I think miniatures in board games should be used more often. So that's what I'm going to say for underused. Yes.
I'm calling it.
That's weak, man. That's not a mechanism.
Go ahead. Someone else.
I'm jumping in. I think, even though I love it, I think there's a lot, we're sort of flooded with deck builders. Many of them are still thinking, hey, we're building a deck, yay! Without adding too much to sort of tweak that. So I like it when somebody can take deck building as a concept and do something new with it. But there's a lot of just generic deck builders out there. As far as underused, bag building games.
Ooh, good answer.
Yeah.
Those are not the same thing?
They're not the same thing.
Okay, I'm going to say worker placement for overused, which I like worker placements, but there's a lot of them. If you see a big board game these days with a guy that looks really sad on the cover, you can typically assume it's a worker placement. And I think for underutilized, I'm going to say the I split, you choose mechanism.
Oh, that's another good answer.
Make several piles, I pick last.
Back to this side.
What is your favorite stronghold game?
Okay, we're skipping to the next question here.
I don't have any. No, right now it's really easy. It's Terraforming Mars by a mile.
What was the question?
Your favorite stronghold game. But in interest of fairness, my favorite yellow game is Welcome to the Dungeon.
All right. My favorite yellow game is King of Tokyo. But I think I'm close to putting Terraforming Mars on the top, but I've only played it once. And so I need to play with the advanced cards. I've only played the basic game. So it's tentatively up there, but for now I'm going to say Space Cadets a Dice Duel.
Okay.
I'm going to go with, for Stronghold, I'm going to go ahead and go with Dragon and Flagon. But I have yet to play either Terraforming Mars or Sola Fides, so we'll see.
I'm trying to remember what the lighter ones are lately, because I don't really go for the whole...
Diamonds?
Yeah, Diamonds I like a lot. The trick-taking games from Stronghold I like a lot. I like Revolver a lot. That one doesn't get a whole lot of love, but I still like that game. And then from Yellow, I'm going to say right now, Oceanus. Still really happy with that game.
Why did y'all hit the end clapping?
Because he goes last. I mean, they're clapping for all of us, but he just gets all the benefit. For Yellow, I'm going to go with, gee whiz, right now. Ah, goodness. No, see, that's, I guess maybe, yeah. I would go, I was actually thinking either Shadows over Normandy, Heroes over Normandy, or The Dwarf King. I like that one too.
Okay. All right, so what's your guys' favorite booth at Essen this year? So not the game, the booth setup.
I really like our booth because there's a place to hide in it. But of the different ones, even though it's kind of like an omen of who they think they are, the Heidelberger Fantasy Flight has those giant banners like "Welcome to our world," but they are pretty cool looking.
I'm going to go with the booths that have gaming furniture, actually. I'm talking about Geek & Son and Rathskellers, because those booths are really cool looking. You walk by there, they're all set up, everybody's looking good and sharp, and everything's so beautiful. Those booths are a breath of fresh air for the eyes as you walk by them, you know.
I think just because it's such a novel concept that we don't get to see in the US conventions, Haba's family game library system. You know, it's this big cube that you just sit down and take whatever you want from the library, whatever game that you want to try out, you just go to the shelf and pick it up. And so there are people sitting on the floor, it's like a little party. And you know, they do it every year, and I adore it. I love getting to check out as many kids' games as possible in that space.
I've got three. I like the one that really first caught my eye before it was even set up was Portals. I really enjoyed Portals setup. They look really, I don't know, just almost like an industrial type look to it, and I really like that. I also liked the Innish portion of, I guess it's Matago's. I don't know, I just like the little sticks, fortified wood thingies that it looks like you're inside a fort. I just really like that. But Yellow's yellow thing was just like, wow, they are here. We are yellow, and you know, and there's our color is yellow, and it's really cool. So I like that one too. Yeah.
One thing I like about Yellow is that they're a different color. They don't copy the same color 16 other publishers have.
What color would that be?
It could be blue, but probably red, I think.
Some more in the middle.
Okay, so this is a question for Tom specifically. At one point you said that if you made nothing personal today, you would make it more streamlined. What games or game development have made you think that now it's no longer streamlined?
Well, I played it a lot. It's definitely too long. I would cut out, just as you play things more, you're like, why are we doing this? It's not as much developments. You're like, oh, I could have cut that out. Oh, I could have made this. I would make a lot, it would be a lot shorter. I would try to make it 90 minutes. It's just too long right now. It's really not a very good game. No, no, I like it, but I just think we could have streamlined it more, and maybe in a decade we'll come back and do it. We'll take one more question. No, we'll take a couple more. Go ahead.
So, what themes have you not seen that you would like to see games have?
Zombies. Someone can answer this.
Go ahead.
Competitive tetherball.
These are super specific. Wow. I'm going to say, this has been done a few times, and obviously everybody's going to go, oh, you like pandemic, haha. But medical themes, I think, are very attractive. You know, it's anything where you feel like and again, I know this is corny, but a real life hero, someone who does important work, I want to be that in a board game, because in real life, I'm this guy up here with these people. I'm just saying it's not as fulfilling. It's very fulfilling, don't get me wrong. But, you know, us, doctor.
I'm looking for a new video reviewer, if anyone is.
I could do more.
Always ready to swoop
You gave him a mic. Can I talk now, please? No, you can't, Jason. Let's see. What theme do I wish was used that isn't being used? Man. Time travel. Time travel is not being used well in many games. So it could definitely be used in a good game. But it's being abused right now, so I'm going to say time travel.
All right, this is the last question. And then we're going to close the show after that question, but if you want to possibly win another prize, stick around.
Yeah, as a backer of the Kickstarter for Dice Tower, I've noticed that each year you guys have been raising more and more, and you've been doing more with that. But one thing that I think maybe you can look into, and I want to know if you've done that or maybe you want to do that, is when I see the amount that you get and you think, oh, 10% of that is just going straight off in administration, and other gaming companies using alternative solutions, if you just employed an intern and gave them $5,000, they could probably do a lot of the stuff that the systems and tools that they were providing from Kickstarter. Are there alternative solutions that you're looking into to with your fundraising?
Yes. We are looking into alternatives. There's really good things about using Kickstarter. It obviously is there. The Kickstarter staff, hope they're not here, are completely unhelpful, but they do take their 10%. But the site is kind of like eBay. It's the site you use. But I have some ideas and some thoughts, but we'll announce it in January if we do what we do. So now we'll pass it to Eric.
You want to say goodbye?
Oh, yes. Okay, that's right. I'm sorry. This happens every single live show. All right. Anyhow, thanks so much for joining us today at the Dice Tower. Until next time, I'm Tom Vassell.
Jason Levine.
Sam Healy.
Z Garcia, thank you.
And I'm Eric Summerer.
Thanks so much for watching, listening, or whatever you're doing.
Thanks for listening. Promotional consideration has been provided by game publishers in the form of review copies of games. This episode, number 479, was recorded in front of a live convention audience on October 14th, 2016. Coming up next week, it's our top 10 games for a puzzle fanatic. This podcast is sponsored by listeners like you. Thank you for your continued support. And speaking of support, the Jack Vassell Memorial Fund is dedicated to providing support to members of the board gaming community in their hour of need. Find out how you can lend a hand at jackvassell.org. The Dice Tower is produced by Tom and me with assistance from Jason Thompson, Itai Perez, Eric Matthews, and Rob Searing. Spending all morning and afternoon walking around barefoot by myself, provided by Solo Feet Day. Timothy Pinkham composed our theme, and hosting is provided by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games at great prices at coolstuffinc.com. Let us know what you think of the show by posting to the Dice Tower Guild at BoardGameGeek.com, following the Dice Tower on Twitter, or by emailing us at dicetower@gmail.com. And don't forget to visit the other shows in the Dice Tower network, including Flip the Table, the D6 Generation, the Long View, Start Space, the Secret Cabal Gaming Podcast, Board Games Insider, and Throat Punch Lunch. Find out more at dicetowernetwork.com. Until next time, from all the gang at the Dice Tower, have fun gaming.
No. Are you kidding? I'm not crazy. Okay. No, not yet. I'll give it to you later. Okay. First of all, we want to say thank you for coming and spending time. You could be shopping for games, but we really appreciate you coming to our show, for which we prepared so little.